Hello, my neurospicy witches. I'm Cosmic Cat, and welcome to my second woodland vlog. So today I want to talk about the mother wound and explain a little bit about what that is, or my understanding of it, and how nature, a connection to Mother Earth, and different iterations of Divine Mother or Mother Goddess have really supported me to heal that wound and to be my own loving mother, my own loving parent. Sorry, my camera work may be a little bit shaky today because I did not bring my tripod. And Yucca is trying to pull me around. Yucca, sit. Sit. So, first of all, what is the mother wound? So, the mother wound is what is created when you have a challenging, a complex, a difficult relationship with a mother or a mother figure. It may be that you lost your mother very young, so the wound was created through absence. It may be that your mother was very ill or struggling with mental health when you were growing up, so she wasn't able to give you the mothering that you needed. It may have been that your mother was struggling with addiction, or she was abusive, or any of these things. And this is not about blaming our mothers or criticizing them. We understand on the journey of healing the mother wound that our mothers did the best that they could, given the circumstances, given their own upbringings, given the tools that they had. But we also know that it's our responsibility as adults in the present to learn how to make up for that lack of mothering. So we can't go back in time and give ourselves the childhood that we wish we'd had or that we needed. But in the present, we can connect to that inner child and we can hold space for him, her, they with love, compassion, respect, and be our own loving parent in the way we behave, in the way we talk to ourselves, in the way we look after ourselves, be that in mind, body, or spirit. So my experience of the mother wound and connecting to Divine Mother, Mother Earth, has been that in times of stress, grief, when I've struggled on this journey, going and hugging a tree or lying on the earth, placing my belly button on the earth, face down, having like an umbilical connection to the earth, knowing that I'm deeply rooted and I'm a part of the earth, not separate from it. That has been really healing. Nature is all around us and it is constant. So Mother Earth is constant. She has suffered because of human influence, but she is constant. She changes through the seasons, but she's always there. And so Mother Nature, Mother Earth is a really comforting thing, entity, living, breathing energy to connect to when you've experienced that lack of mothering. And I love talking to trees as well. I love talking to plants. I love talking to the earth. And I think part of my connection to plants and foraging and making my own herbal tinctures and all of that is also a part of healing my mother wound. It's like being my own wise woman, being my own like wise mother figure, and saying, here you go darling, here's a tea because you're having period pain, or here's a tea because you've got a cold or a flu, this will make it better, there. Other divine, so Mother Earth is sort of the general entity that I connect to when it comes to Mother Nature, but I also connect to Mother Mary. I grew up Catholic, so Mother Mary was a really big part of my upbringing and of my faith, and she still is. I also connect to the Norse goddess, goddess Frigga, who to me has quite a similar energy to Mother Mary. She's loving, she's fiercely protective, she's caring. Goddess Demeter as well, who was Persephone's mother, again fierce, loving. She's also the goddess, of the harvest, so of abundance, and yeah, if I need to call in a little bit of abundance, a little bit of new growth in my life, Demeter is great for that as well. And yeah, those are just some of the mother goddesses that I connect to. I'm sure there's others that I haven't thought of, but essentially for me the journey of healing the mother wound has been a combination of learning about trauma and learning about triggers and how to resolve the past, not forget it, not to put it in a box and pretend it doesn't exist, and also not to dig it up for the sake of digging it up, or not to live in the past, but how to sort of resolve it, honor it, move forward, accept that it shaped me. So sort of, this kind of more cognitive level stuff. It's been about emotional regulation, so learning how to regulate my emotions, and I find like being in nature is great for regulating my emotions, because nature is always regulated, for want of a better word. She's always just enough, if that makes sense. So I can always come back to neutral if I'm too stressed, or I'm too sad, or I'm even like too wired and too hyper. Being in a natural space always brings me back to neutral, and it grounds me. And I wasn't taught, or I didn't learn how to regulate my emotions growing up, so that's been a lesson for me and part of healing the mother wound. And then the other thing has been, being my own loving parent, learning how to self-soothe, learning how to deal with triggers when they come up. And it's all a process of learning, growth, making mistakes, forgiveness, self-forgiveness. And I'm still learning and I'm still growing on this journey. But I am very inspired to, always take what I've learned and pass that on to others. And this is what I do in my one-to-one coaching practice, and also in my Mystically Mothered course, which I ran a couple of years ago, and I'm going to run again this year. I'm not quite exactly sure when, but if you're interested in my one-to-one coaching or the course, do send me a message. I'll put my email below. And also this Sunday, March 15th, 2026, depending what year you're watching this, March 15th, 2026, it's UK Mother's Day, and I'm hosting a little ceremony for adult children who have a difficult or complex relationship with their mothers, or their mothers passed away. Anyone who finds Mother's Day difficult, I'm hosting a little ceremony for nurturing the child within and connecting to the inner loving parent. That's 7 to 8 p.m. UK time online. And it's free with an optional charity donation to the Children's Society. So I'll put the link in the description for that below, and I hope you have a beautiful day.